Everyone in the family could see the countdown above my sister Stella's head. They all knew she would die on her 16th birthday, so Stella became the most precious person in this household. The delicious snacks were hers, the pretty dresses were hers, even the bedtime stories from mom and dad, those were hers too. I felt sorry for her, but I also envied all the favoritism she received, although I finally made it to her 16th birthday. Mom and dad, afraid I would cause trouble, locked me, burning with fever, in the storage room. I pounded on the door in fear. Let me out. I have a fever. My head hurts so much. Mom gritted her teeth. Enough. Your sister only has today left before she dies. Can't you just bear with it? But I feel awful. Gradually, the sounds outside the door disappeared, and my consciousness grew hazy. My body suddenly felt very light. Through the old wooden door, I could see the warm lights in the living room. Mom and dad sat pressed close to Stella on the sofa. Mom's hand gently fitted Stella's very while dad put his head down, his shoulders crumbling slightly. Stella wore her only new dress, blue with tatty on the head, Stella's on the hip. His sister was stuffily pale and lightly, but it's almost joyless. Mom, Dad, is Ivy really okay? Stella's voice was soft, heavy with congestion. I heard her calling out that her head hurt. Don't worry about her, Mom echoed, reaching out to tenderly touch Stella's cheek and brush the stray hair from her forehead. Exactly. She's not running a fever. She's just faking illness for sympathy. You only have one more day before you. Mom's words caught in her throat. Her eyes reddened. Just focus on your birthday tomorrow. Don't let her ruin your mood. Stella put on her thread and said nothing more. Her birth throat. From the time I could remember, all the family's favoritism piled onto her. I had to watch longingly as she got even a warm bowl of egg custard, let alone new clothes or new toys. But Stella would secretly slip me her sacks, alter the new dresses Mom and Dad gave her to fit me. And whenever Mom and Dad scolded me, she was always the first to shield me. She was always say, Ivy, I'm sorry. It's because of me that you suffer. But Mom and Dad didn't see it that way. I'm sorry. Looking at Stella with eyes full of pity, that would always defeat her. That girl has been jealous of you since she was old enough to understand. She can't stand to see you happy. Don't you remember your 14th birthday? Stella's 14th birthday. That was the first time I truly understood the reality that Stella would die. That day, the family bought a cream cake for the first time, with 14 thin candles stuck in it. Mom carefully lit the candles while Dad held up the old camera we'd had for years, wanting to capture one of Stella's few remaining birthdays. I hid behind the door watching the candlelight reflect on Stella's face, watching her close her eyes to make a wish, watching the tears Mom and Dad struggled to hold back. I rushed out. I don't know what I was thinking then. Maybe it was jealousy. Maybe it was my inability to accept that the sister who was always so gentle with me was going to leave. I swept the cake to the floor. Cream smeared everywhere, candles rolled into corners and quickly went out. I don't want to watch you celebrate her birthday, I shrieked like every winnowing Brady child. I stole onto the looking woman dead eyes. I don't stand come down, I didn't touch. What? Twiked, 3 ties. Mom cried but didn't sell him. It was Stella who threw herself over me, using her thin body to shield me. Don't hit Ivy anymore, Dad. Stop hitting her. Her voice trembled, but she held me tightly. It's my fault, all my fault. That night, Stella snuck into my room and pressed half a candy she'd hidden into my hand. She had a red mark on her wrist from where the chair had scratched her while protecting me during the day. Ivy, I'm sorry, she said softly, her fingers gently touching my swollen cheek. I'll be gone soon, and after that, no one will compete with you for things anymore. In the room, Mom tenderly touched Stella's face. Her fingers yet softly brushing my hair for the 4 things. Similar, not be touching to her. Mom 10, a soft little voice. That child has been jealous of you since she was old enough to understand. You know that. I froze. Yes, I was jealous of Stella. I was jealous that she had all the favoritism, jealous of her new dresses, jealous that when she had a fever Mom would watch over her all night, jealous that even with only 1 day left to live, she was still the apple of Mom and Dad's eye. I drifted towards Stella, wanting to grab her hand, wanting to tell her I really did have a fever. My head really hurt. One hand passed straight through her body, like passing through a whisper fog. I stopped me there, staring blankly at her